The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the producers and/or the persons appearing on the program, and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of FRC Media, Bristol Community College, or the City of Fall River.
Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Table Topics. If you're watching this show on a Wednesday, it is, and you just threw me off. If you're watching this show on Wednesday, any other day but Wednesday, sorry, come back the following Wednesday to see a new show. So sorry about that. I'm going to get this probably 2 or 3 weeks in a row sometime or another.
We did good. As long as people know that the new show, it's on Wednesday, so any other day it's a repeat show.
Yep.
So welcome back for another Table Topics, and once again, after the historical eclipse yesterday, I think everybody survived that. Right? Like everybody survived 40 years ago. Everybody survived this time. My phone then went crazy, then shut down. You know.
Not How about your dogs? Did they stop barking, your dogs?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
No. A few birds feel, kind of dizzy maybe, and know where to go. You could see fly all over. But other than that, I think, it's over here was not 100%. Over here, what we got maybe 80%.
Yeah, I think it was like 80 and 90. It got pretty dark for a bit. You know, it did get pretty dark for a bit. I mean, not pitch dark, but I mean, it was.
I was driving. I noticed that the temperature cooled down.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay.
Yes, the temperature definitely cooled down a little bit. But I was driving all that time, bringing the kids home from school. So it was not, but according to the news, in some states, there was tourism over there, this.
Yeah, I think over the
some states made good money out of this. Huh?
They were showing traffic reports in New Hampshire going further north, and it was like backed up. And usually, on the weekends, it's coming back down south, not going north. So yeah, they did. I think they did pretty well.
It went that way this weekend.
No, I know. When you're near any cars, I don't want to be that close. But you make a good point because, before this, eclipse, there was a lot of things that were going to happen during the eclipse. So it was kind of interesting to see. I mean, I didn't think anything was going to happen, but everybody's revving this all up, and I'm like, really?
Yeah, I mean, YouTube was a bunch of. Because of the electricity, because of the solar, this and that. So we're going to lose our phones and we're going to lose our connections. So probably 24 hour,
It was cool.
Seemed like it was like all that news for the millennium change, 2000. You remember the 2000 that we're going to lose electric because the computer's not upgrades to change the numbers.
I was probably one of those. I filled my bathtub with water because I didn't know what was going to happen. They said fill your bathtub in case so you can flush your toilet.
You saw your water bill increase. That's
probably. I only filled up one bathtub. I had 2 bathrooms, only filled up the one, but yeah, it was interesting.
What I found interesting about this is that in some states, people actually had booked traveling. People fly to states that were going to eventually be on the dock for a few minutes.
Yeah. Hey, it's something to see, right?
It's tourism.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I had
something
glasses.
Like that never comes to Fall River, so we can have tourism.
Yeah, well, I mean, to me, you got to really be into it. I mean, I had the glasses. I looked out, looked out another time, but I was working, so it was like 2 minutes. You go over there, look out. It was fine. It was cool when you see it, but it's,
the truth. I kept watching. Steve did a good job just showing live.
Oh, okay, cool.
Here.
Yeah.
And so I was driving. I really could not be
couldn't take your
stopping and looking, and I don't even have the glasses to look. And I didn't even want to look out, to the sun. But I was following every time that I had the chance just to look at the station here live camera. I was able to see. That's why I said that probably we went like 80%. I didn't saw it.
No, it got. I think they said 90 or 89, but pretty close. I mean,
it was pretty
we didn't get to see the whole.
We didn't get dark. Dark. So seemed like when you have a sunny day, that then you have like a clouds. Covering the. Gets really dusty. And then the cloud goes away and the sun comes back again. That's pretty much how
it was nothing.
How it felt.
This happens every 30 or 40 years.
I'm glad that I didn't spend $20 for 5 glasses.
Oh, well, I got mine free. My uncle and aunt in Maine sent it to me because they were really going to be probably in the 100%. So when I got these glasses, I called them, what's this about? I didn't even know there was eclipse like a month ago. I'm like, what? So they knew, but then everybody else started selling them in Somerset. And then somebody said, those are fake, you know what I mean? They're going to burn your eyes out. I'm like, Jesus. So it was the whole craziness behind it, for sure.
So yesterday was elections in Swansea.
Okay.
I think the same selectman got elected, so it's no change there. Yep. Today, I believe it's in Westport, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Westport. I think the other day it might have been Somerset, because there was because I do listen to some of their politics.
Yesterday.
It was yesterday. I think.
Yesterday.
I think it was Somerset.
It was Somerset?
Yeah, because it was a guy.
Yes,
Alan
you're right.
Smith,
Somerset.
And I can't remember the girl's name, but the girl was on before, and she was trying to get back, and she didn't get back on. So
yes. So we got those already done, and for small towns, the votes it's always
I think it's better. Well, they're voting on. I believe Westport is voting on like a $30 million or $35 million bond to extend the sewer and water into Westport from the Fall River border on Route 6 all the way down to the Dartmouth border. If I lived there, I'd probably do it because it's only going to help try to bring industry in there with you having that infrastructure. Without it, it's tough, you know what I mean, to get businesses to want to come on board. So, and then they can extend it out further if they wanted to,
And talking about water, tonight, we're going to have a clown meeting. We're going to have a clown meeting tonight.
All right. I thought you were mispronouncing it. Something.
Make sure you got it right.
All right. No, I hear you. What's interesting with that, I watched part of that meeting, like I guess a week and a half ago, but then I listened to the radio this Saturday, and they were talking about it again, and I guess they said the water is going to go up like 25% each year for the next 3 or 4 years. And I'm like, wow, I thought all these issues we had were because of the CSO project, but then I heard we've already paid for that. So I don't understand where.
So I don't know if you saw my 3-minute input.
I did.
At the city council meeting.
Oh no, I didn't see that. Sorry.
Not the city council.
You were at the park board.
I was at the park board, but before the park board, I was 5 o'clock. I was at ordinance meeting.
Okay.
And then at 5:30, I was in the park board.
Okay.
But coming back to ordinance meeting, what I said was, I understand that I probably pay more water because we have animals.
Yeah. You have a pool.
I have a pool. We have my wife loves plants, and every morning and every night she puts water on the plants.
Yeah. Oh.
So, and that's why I said I don't mind to pay because I use water.
Yeah.
But I don't agree for my neighbor next door, which they don't use as much water. They try to save water so they can save money.
Yeah.
And they have to end up paying the same as me.
Yeah.
I don't think that's right. And like I said, I understand that the water department needs money, but it has to be a way that whoever uses pays, whoever doesn't use don't pay, because I don't think it's fair. And like I said, if somebody will ask me probably 4 years ago about the water department, I probably would not have the same idea and the same respect for the water department as I have today. And I mentioned that on the meeting because after Paul gave us the tour on the water department, that kind of brought me to the line with the water department and the issues and how much costs for us to have, drink water and all of that. I understand all of that, and I respect that they need to raise money. The problem is, let's not put one price across the board, because I don't think it's fair for the people that don't use water to be paying the same that I use. So has to be a way to do this.
I agree with you, but unfortunately, it's not always equitable in this city. And I'm going to go back to pay as you throw. Pay as you throw. All the councils got rid of it. We were making $4 million a year, which could be used right now, and it was basically a very loud constituent of people were against that. So we got rid of the fee. We got rid of the water issue. And now this year, I'm sure we're going to have 9 C cuts because there's a hiring freeze in the state. We're overextended on the budget for the migrants. So it's going to come hit us here. But I've just lost confidence. There's no way we're going to make this equal. You know what I mean? Because they didn't do it with the trash part. And that was something right there that people could have saved money on. Now what happens is, since there's no charge for anything, people throw everything out all the time. They probably go and pick up stuff from other places and I can get rid of this for free. Where before, if there was a chance of them getting fined and having to buy bags, they wouldn't do that. Now it's just a free-for-all. I know people, I've seen people that have brought stuff in from other towns. You know what I mean? That I know they're doing that. So it's like, what am I? I'm not the trash police around here. You know what I mean?
So my question comes down is that I agree that probably they need more money to raise more money they are raising right now. I just don't agree is with the system that they try to implement. Has to have a better way. We have to have a better way. And the way they're trying to explain, Paul is trying to explain to the city councils, is we need to make money with this. We need to make money. At the end of the day, we need to make money with this. And I mean, I don't think that's the case. We need to pay the bills, but we don't need to make money.
Well, I think the issue with making the money is to have money aside to do infrastructure projects as things go along. I mean, this is just one of my pet peeves. The gas lines, the water lines, I'm not even really pushing them to do new roads, because you know what? They do a new road and 2 weeks later, they're tearing apart Stafford Road. The thing was done 6 months and it was already a tear in the road. And I called the city about it. I'm like, what's that? So now there's ruts in this. It's just going to be like any other road in 10 years because we just tear this up. Nobody holds these people accountable to come back and fix their roads properly. This does not happen in Tiverton. This would not happen in Somerset, Swansea, Westport, or Dartmouth. They'd be on their butts. Here, no, we don't. We either don't have enough people or the people aren't doing their jobs. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I can see. Because our roads are horrible. I don't think there's one decent road unless it's just been fixed a year or 2 ago. And then, you know what? Forget it. It's all bets off. It'll be torn up. I mean,
they fixed Kennedy Park, and 2 months after, they had to dig it again.
And that's what kills me. And
not Kennedy Park, Kennedy Street.
And I'm going to blame the councils on this, too, because we have a 5-year moratorium. Whenever anything comes up, the city council always backs up and says, oh, well, you know what? They're not going to have water. Well, you know what? They should have known that. They should have planned. You not planning for something is not our issue. Because they wouldn't get away with that in these other towns. The other towns would be like, sorry, you can't build. Come back to me in 5 years, and we'll see.
And another thing that I mentioned too during the city council, the meeting that I attended, was the fact that when the presentation was done, City Council 7, Linda Pereira, did said a comment that to me doesn't make sense. Is I understand that this will be a never-end project with the sewer. This will be a never-end project because the time that we finished, we had to start again fixing. We have to start maintaining.
Yeah.
Well, and I said that, and she's the chair of the committee that I attend. I said, I understand that we need to maintain that. It's always a big part of the project is the maintain, and we keep complaining that we don't have money to maintain it.
Yeah.
I understand that we need money to maintain it, but when the taxpayers agreed to put this money or to get charged this for running water fee, that project when it was sold had a beginning and a year and an end.
Yeah.
So we need to finish that project because from day one, I never believed that was the right name for that money. Okay, so we need the water fee needs to end.
Yeah.
Now we need to start the maintaining project, which we can call it another name. Maintaining. That's what we're going to.
Maintenance or whatever.
Yes. To maintain the project. So. So just the fact that we could change the name puts to bed one project.
So I'm not remembering. They did say the CSO project is done and over.
20 years.
It's over with now. We're not paying for it anymore.
We should be getting at the end of the project. So that's why I'm saying I want them to say we started at this street. Next month we're going to end the project on this street.
Yeah.
From that point on, all the CSO project it's done. What costs us
whatever.
$5 billion, whatever costs.
Yep.
Now, from here on, we're going to start collecting money to maintain the project.
Yeah.
And another title will be done for that money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
Because I don't want for us 50 years from now that we are collecting money to maintain a project.
Yeah.
But still call it the rainwater fee.
Yeah, no, I agree. Do
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't even, I had heard that, and you're saying it, you're confirming it. I didn't realize we had completed the CSO project. So to me, we should have been, it should be on the level.
Because remember, the first street that was done like what, 18 years ago or so like that?
All right.
Yes, they need maintaining, yes. But again, let's put the rest one project.
Yeah.
And start another one.
Yeah.
Because if we don't do it, this is like, it's going to keep rolling, rolling, and we will never be an end of it. We will die, and the project is not done. When it's not true, the project is done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and this was, again, for the greater good. I didn't really like the rainwater fee because it's not something you can conserve on. So, basically that rainwater fee was put in so people that are heavy water users are not taxed as much as the other folks, and for the businesses who are really taxed on their parking lots. But to me, any fee that you can't reduce that keeps on going up, I don't think is a fair process. If you use a lot of water, hey, you have the opportunity not to do it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If I think that I want to reduce my water bill, I have probably to stop putting water on the plants twice a day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's something that would be up to me to make my bill go down.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
But if I'm going to do that to make my bill go down, and then they're gonna charge me anyway.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Yeah. No, I agree. I totally. But that's the whole thing with the trash fee.
I mean, if that's the case, we all going to turn our faucets on and leave it on all day, all night.
Yeah.
Hey, it's paid for. We paid for it.
But that's still even now, Carlos. You have no trash fees at all. You can drive around even your neighbors' houses. I have some neighbors that have trash this high sticking out of the thing. And I have one barrel for 4 families. So that's not fair either. You know what I mean? They're using this resource that I'm paying for, we're all paying for. So to me, go back to charging people. They're going to have to do it. When we're having budget cuts, 9C cuts, they're going to have to do something with the trash. I don't know why the mayor hasn't done it yet, because he's in the middle of his cycle. So to me, if you have to raise it, do it now. But don't, obviously during an election year, they're going to kick you out. But, you have to do something now for the greater good, not thinking about when you're going to get in again. And that's been the problem. Everybody's worried about when they're going to get in, whether it's a city councilor, a school committeeman, or a mayor. You need to do what's good for the community. And I give Wolf Flanagan credit for that. I was at numerous meetings that people would say, if you do this, you're probably going to get voted out. And he said, you know what's the best thing? This is what we need to do. And lo and behold, he got kicked out. And then Sam Sutter get kicked out. And then we had Jazel that got rid of all those fees and everybody was happy. Well, yeah, back then, all these things he cut, but we knew years later it's going to go up. The prices and the, what do you call it, the footage or the yards that they're bringing in. So it's easy to do that and be the hero, but then 10 years later, now we got all these added costs. So they have to do something. I'm not sure if anything is going to be done in the next 2 years unless they're forced to. You know what I mean? If they're not forced to do it, then they're not going to do it.
Well, I will really have my doubts if this vote to increase the water don't pass.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You have probably a few councils that's going to say no, because guess what? And this is not the first time that I say. When come to discussions, they hold the camera for an hour. That's not right. The taxpayers cannot afford no more tax. They cannot afford more races. They cannot afford it, period. They cannot afford. We have to stop this. This cannot go forward. Okay, comes the day of the vote. Let's vote. Yes, 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 yes. Why did you waste an hour each one with the camera on you, saying that it's not fair, that we cannot afford, and then you come and you vote for it? That makes no sense to me. To me, this is like stepping people on the back. This is like, I don't care about you. Just watch what I say for an hour, and then when it comes to me, I do what I want. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. And then just watching the TV, the Herald News yesterday, Haig was there doing the show, and he said, the chamber should be full of people, because if you don't agree with this increases, you need to go to the chamber. You need to let the councillors know that you don't agree. If you don't go there, don't complain after. Because
it's true. It's true, right?
How many times did we fill up that chamber with people? That made the councils change their minds?
Yeah, possibly. There are sometimes you're not going to change people's minds, and you know what I mean? Unfortunately, that's just how it is. I mean, I can remember a time.
This is going to pass. This is going to pass with no problem. They're going, like I said, and watch my words. We will talk about this on this show.
I'm not.
They're going to talk, looking at the camera for an hour, 2 hours each, saying that it's not fair, that's not this, that's not that. But when it comes to that second vote, they have to vote, they're going to vote yes. Listen to me, we will be talking about that vote here on this show.
Oh, don't think I'm going to bet you on that. I'm not going to bet you on that. I believe you.
I know. Not even
and
a
I
coffee.
Haven't even really
not
been
even a
watching
coffee. It's worth it. It's not even worth the coffee. So.
Well, if you're going to lose, why would I?
Then I will make it a nice coffee to make it cool.
Yeah, it's getting warm, right? Today at least.
Wow, today it's been out there. So another thing that I saw on the news today is our snack guy. From Fall River is going to court, or went to court today, because he went into the Capitol and he wanted to cut heads off all that it's in video.
I have a different feeling with that myself, and the only thing I have with that is that all this stuff came out right after that happened, and I believe the FBI came to his house and said, you shouldn't have done it. However, nothing's going to happen, right? Nothing happens. Then the DOJ is like, we need to get everybody out there. There haven't been enough people brought in. So they brought all people, people like him. You know what I mean? He didn't go in and destroy anything. I believe he walked into the building. You know, we have all these videos where the Capitol Police are saying, come on in, come on in. Some of that stuff should have been thrown out of court because there were people that did go in there, you know, and, you know, I wouldn't have done it. I mean, to me, I wouldn't have done it. But if people are telling you to come in, I get some people that are not.
Personally, I don't know the guy.
Yeah.
I hear good things about him.
Yeah.
I hear that he with the business that he has, he helps a lot of homeless, that he helps a lot of people.
Yeah.
But heaven, it's full of people with good intentions.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I know.
And the problem I have with that is that the law was broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The law is broke. I don't care if you were there for Biden or for Trump or for whoever you were there. The law was broke. When you break the law, had to be a consequence.
The issue I have with this is that we had riots in 2020. Okay, we had hold on.
We had people that were. I'm not saying they're right.
No, but they were attacking the courthouse in Portland. All the charges were dropped on these people.
So you can't be dropped.
You can't have two systems here.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, you have a party that's in. This is what happens in banana republics and communist countries. You're for the party, you're golden. You're not for the party, they're going to persecute you. And maybe that's too hard of a word, but you can't have two systems.
Yeah.
You can't have that. You let all these people go out that burn places down, burn businesses down, kill people. Nothing happens to them. They drop the charges. And then these other people walked in. We have a grandmother that walked in there that's like 75 years old. Did you really have to do anything to a 75-year-old woman? You know what I mean? That's the issue I have with it. You have to be even-handed, and they haven't been.
No,
you know?
and I agree. If they broke the law, they should have be punished for.
Yeah.
Across the board, if the law gets broke, I don't care in what situation and what state.
Yep.
If the law is broke, has to be consequences.
Yeah, I totally agree, but that's not what's happening in this country right now. We have people that are migrants, right, in New York that are assaulting police officers. They're breaking into people's houses and inhabiting them, and the police come in and we can't do anything. The judges say, go, you don't have any bail, go home.
What do you think that you can get out of this?
What do you mean? What can?
I
don't know. I mean, they can get whatever. You know what I mean? They can give them 10. We have someone that went into the Capitol. I'm not justifying this at all, but went into the Capitol and put his feet on Nancy Pelosi's desk. Okay, shouldn't have done it. Totally wrong. But that guy was sentenced to 18 years. People that commit murder in this country don't even get that. So to me, we got to be, you know, you got to look at the situation and look at it as a person, not what your party is or whatever. This is what it is. Shouldn't have happened. I'm not justifying any of that. That shouldn't have happened. But you can't do one for one person and one for another group.
And another thing that we need to look at when we talk about convicting some of these people is how many convictions did this person actually have on the book? You know, I mean, if this guy is clear for everything, never did nothing wrong in his life, you know, was a bad choice, was a bad decision, you know, was influenced by friends, whatever, I understand. So you cannot put a guilty penalty in top of somebody that it's first offense versus a guy that, you know, has 10 offenses and, you know, you want to kill cops and you want to do this and you want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing that, but I think that he, you know, I think he will be okay. I think he's
going to get a couple of years. I'm sure he'll get a couple of years.
You
and you know what? Hey, this will teach him, he ain't going to do that again. He should have thought, these people shouldn't have gone in the building. I'm not saying they should have. I'm not justifying it. I'm just justifying the sentences that some of these people are getting for doing something that would be a misdemeanor. You know? But we got to wrap this up. We went over here. Sorry, I brought you over.
You know something? If those people, they all went there with a plan. And thank God the people hide themselves. Because the angriest people went in there. If they could reach to their people, they will kill somebody.
I don't know if they would have killed, but they would have caught. I agree with you. None of that should happen. So we don't have to go to.
With that being said, it's another week. We will be back for another table topics next week.
Have a good one.